Well, I've got a question for you this week.
Go on.
Armadillo or honey badger? If you had to choose to be either one, what would it be?
See, honey badgers are cool, but armadillos like armoured. So if someone came at you, you'd be fine.
Exactly.
But
the
honey badger
badger's
would go
vicious
for
thing.
something else, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
What do you reckon would win in the fight?
See, this is what's been bugging me since last week.
I think armadillo, just purely because it's like a tank, innit?
Yeah.
You know, if you run at someone with a knife, but they're dressed in steel, they ain't gonna do shit. But just already I've ruined my no swearing rule. Sorry, everyone. It's fine.
How many seconds are we in?
Like less than a minute. I'll try to be good from now on. Don't worry, it's fine.
I don't know. I think. What do I go for? I think I'll go for the armadillo because
Yeah, I think I would.
the rock.
If it wasn't versus each other, I'd go for honey badger. But I feel like the armadillo's got the upper hand in that scenario. Professor Green had a clothing line called Honey Badger.
Oh, here we go. Plug in the first music artist of the.
This week we want Stephen Manderson, aka Professor Green, on. Sup, Steve?
So during video games, then are you a offensive man or a defensive man?
Definitely offensive. Like I'll just run around on Call of Duty. I'll just have my gun and just run
So no
straight out, no camping.
No camping, man.
But not even like when people do it tactically and have the headset and they listen for footsteps.
Yeah.
I'm literally just running around, and if I see someone, I shoot them, but I usually get shot first, which doesn't really work. So I think that's why I probably want to be the armadillo, just because I feel like in real life it's a bit more important, isn't it? Whether you die or not.
True. Yeah. So
only a little bit, but
in the next life, if you got the choice of the Animal World Lottery,
if it was just them two,
Yeah.
then it'd have to be armadillo.
it'd be an
If it was any, it'd be zebra, because you can't beat a good zebra. It's just a stripy horse, isn't it?
True. Barcode horse.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Sound right.
Boss.
Here we are, episode 2 of As Yet Untitled.
Yeah, as yet, Untitled.
As Yet,
Remember, legally
Untitled,
different
yes,
to
yeah,
Alan
yeah,
Davies' TV show.
God damn you, Alan Davies. So yeah, before we kick off, thank you for the 130 people that viewed the last episode.
Yeah, man, I wasn't expecting that
I
many.
know, that was very well.
We got some nice messages as well
Same.
of people saying they enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
we're going to try and make it bigger and better.
Thank
for you this week.
Yeah, thank you to the 7 people that have subscribed and actually genuinely do want to listen.
Yeah, haven't just clicked it just for the sake of clicking it.
You poor individuals.
That means you enjoyed it so much that you clicked another button.
Yeah, thank you for the 3 likes as well. We did promise you we'd get social media sorted.
Have we got any dislikes?
No, we haven't
Well,
actually.
then, therefore, I think that's a success.
Yeah, got a message saying we got a comment, and I can't open the comment.
I declined it because it was someone saying, "Hey guys, love your podcast. I had a great laugh.
Just a bot.
Would you like to try our selection of handbags?" I was like, if you're actually trying to sell me sunglasses, then fair enough. But I don't think that you did listen to the podcast.
Yeah. And we have got social media at the moment. It is on Twitter, which is you can find us on AYU_podcast. That is AYU_podcast. We do have an Instagram on, but we haven't added anything to it yet. So please don't follow that until we've worked out what we're going to do with our lives on that one.
Do you know what I think we should put as the first picture? Salt and pepper chips.
Oh yeah,
Because last week we promised
Yeah.
that we would force you to eat them, or I would force you to eat them, and you were going, "Oh, it's just going to be chips with salt and pepper on it." What was the verdict?
And do you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I owe Ben an apology. Well, I owe you an apology, but you also owe me an apology for explaining it so badly. Because here was me. No, listen. Here was me thinking it was literally just chips with salt and pepper on it. So I was like,
no, because you don't say salt and vinegar chips, do you?
Yeah, I know, but it's just like the box standard seasonings. Obviously, we were mentioning about like how some people majority of people that I've met up north, they have chips with a curry. And I'm like, that's just so weird. But because the chip, they do nothing with the chips. There's no Indian twist on the chips. However,
there is
the
salt and pepper
chips. It's not just salt and pepper. They've done something to it.
It is boss, isn't it?
In a Chinese cooking style way to make it salt and pepper chips. So yes, I did have salt and pepper chips, and for anyone that listens down south, it is acceptable to have salt and pepper chips with a Chinese because it is like a Chinese dish. They haven't just boxed you over a load of chips.
It is boss, isn't it? Salt and pepper chips.
No,
and I lied as well. I said the best ones were the one where we went to. That chippy in Liverpool that's like on every street, Lobster Pot.
Yeah.
They do next level. Like, you think they were good.
Yeah.
When we go to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Oh,
we'll have to try the Lobster Pot ones.
God. I'd go right now. I'd sack this off.
No, we promised,
right, so it's
people,
so it's 2 hours later. We've returned to the studio. I've just had my I haven't.
No, we promised the people a weekly podcast. And to be fair, we're doing all right.
We could do that with chips though.
No, because it'll get out of hand. The
Yeah.
chips will begin to show on us physically.
Well, they already
that
do
we're
on me.
having weekly portions of chips.
Weekly, more like daily. Anyway, so what's been going on? What's your week been? Like?
My week's been good, dude. Week's been really, really good. Nothing exciting, just work stuff, but work stuff that has been.
We went to the
exciting.
pub. That was exciting.
Yeah, we did go to the pub. Yeah,
Am I worth nothing to you?
Yeah, oh, mate, don't emotionally blackmail yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give,
no,
it,
we,
give it a month.
We did go to the pub, to which I returned at a sensible hour of 10 p.m. because I needed to go home for work.
Yeah.
And you...
And I did not need to go home for
didn't
work.
pick your car up from mine until about 3 a.m.
It must have been 10 to 4.
Really?
Because that Snapchat when we were walking through Ormskirk was, now you know where we all live, by the way, 20 to 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, essentially what happened after you left was... So did I have a pint when you left? Because I was adamant I wasn't drinking.
So we went to Spoons, didn't we? And then you were like proper boring. You were like, I'll have a
lime soda, which is nice. It is boss drink.
All right, fair play to him. And then I was like, I'll have a Corona, and the guy went 2 for a $5. I was like, yeah, go on, why not? So I got them, and then obviously I went home to get changed, didn't I? Because we were just kind of committing to going out a bit later.
Yeah.
Came back, and then you had a pint of strawberry dark.
In the time you'd gone and come back, I've been corrupted enough to have gone, oh, do you know what? Sod it, I'll have a pint. Anyway, so there was that one. Then you left about an hour later after the football finished.
Yeah.
2-1, good game. Wasn't really watching it, but I liked Sam Manley.
It was Aston Villa and don't know who.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. Aston Villa and someone else. So then we went to the other pub, the cheap one.
Yes.
If you know me, you'll know what it is. And sorry, it's called the Horseshoe. I don't know why I'm being secretive anymore. It's not like anyone's going to come and kidnap me, is it? Yeah. And then had a £1.50 pint in there. Then moved to Lime Tiger. They don't do pints in there, so I had to have a bottle of Recorder League, which was nice. And then went back to Styles again for another pint. And it was busier at almost 1 in the morning than it was at like 10 at night on a what day was it? Wednesday, which is a bit weird, but whatever. Anyway. Gets to 1, and what should we do, guys? Well, I might just go home. Well, I can't drive home because obviously I've had 4 pints, so I can't go home yet. Oh, we'll go and get some food. Well, it's Ormskirk. No, it's open. Oh yeah. So this lass who showed up, Becky, was just like, "Well, I've come in my car. We could go to Mackey's." So I was like, "Don't have to ask me twice." So we go to this car, Mercedes, mate. She's 20 and got a Mercedes. That is the dream. Boss, innit?
I don't detest people like that. I just don't understand.
I don't understand where it comes from.
I can't detest because there's no logic in it.
Yeah.
If people have worked hard and they've got that kind of money at that time in their life, fair play to you. Do what you want. You deserve to do it. But you know, you just can't put your finger on how they're in it.
Exactly. I know a lad who had one. Well, I say I know a lad. I know of a lad who got one. I don't know if it was his first car or not, but he must have had it when he was, I want to say 18, definitely 19. But the one last night, not to say it was like a rubbish Mercedes. It was a nice Mercedes, but you could tell it wasn't like the 50 grand one. Well, it might have been the 50 grand one, but it wasn't like, you know, when you see like proper sports. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, it's not one of the more recent plates.
Yeah, so like it's the difference between an Audi A1 and an Audi R8, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this lad had like the Mercedes.
Yeah.
And I was just like, how? You're 19, mate. Well, obviously, you know, rich, but yeah, I wish I could be doing that. So we jumped in this Mercedes. It was so cool. You open the door and like there's a light on the panel. You know where like you get into my car and it's just mud and sand. Well, hers, it was all beautiful and blue and it lit up with the word Mercedes and it was sick. And got in, the speakers were boss, and we went to Mackey's. So this point, it's like 1:30 in the morning, just having a Big Mac, as you do.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind at the start of the night I said I wasn't having more than a 10-calorie drink.
Yeah.
Then we went to the beach, because why not? So then we ended up sat on the beach at like 3 in the morning.
It's just, what? Like,
And I'd just like to point out, like, this is like, if you'd have come with us 6 hours to Jordan and go to work, 5 hours to Jordan and go to work, it's like a countdown.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just like a game of how like can I stay up without avoiding responsibilities.
Yeah.
Anyway, got back to town at like 20 to 4 and wandered past your window and woke you up apparently. So sorry about that.
No, it's alright, mate. I mean, from what, like, you know, when like you go home and go get into bed and like you're asleep.
Yeah.
But the time to which I went to sleep, because I thought I'd give you like a shout as you walk past my window to get your car, assuming you're coming at like 11:30. Yeah. So I was like, I'll give him an hour probably, but I'll just shout him off and then that'll be it. I'll go to bed. And then 12 o'clock came around. I was like, nah, he ain't come back now. He's committed to it now. I was like, I'm going to bed. And then I just thought I was only like, I had my eyes closed for like 5 minutes. And I heard you and your boy come past and get in the car and leave. And then see your Snapchat walking down my road at like 3 a.m. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
Funny though. Good night. Yeah. Good night. I'd just like to point out as well, I don't think I said anything distasteful about the Mercedes. I was very complimentary. Yeah. I'm not saying that people at our age can't have Mercedeses. I just say that I admire them when they do, unless it was bought by a Tory. I can't say that. I'm editing that out.
If honestly, dude, we've put ourselves in a crap position already. If this podcast go anywhere, we're going to struggle with sponsors.
Yeah,
we really will.
Yeah, because we're not really. The thing is I want to be honest and just say what I feel, but at the same time, I'm not going to get sponsored by like Disney for saying that I just hate everyone. Am I?
Me last week saying that I hate cars.
Yeah, that's a boss film. I'm not having that. I'm not having it. Anyway, so far we've covered salt and pepper chops. Apparently a thing. Salt and pepper chips are boss.
Yep.
And Mercedes are cool.
Yeah.
What else do you want to talk about?
Mate, I think I've grown up. Like,
this week? I know. This week?
Yeah, genuinely, the moment has hit me where I'm like, right, I'm starting to take things that I never usually would care about quite seriously. So,
like breakfast.
What?
Like breakfast.
Yes, although I did skip it today. But anyway, so I as we mentioned before, or people that do know me, like I do athletics, like I love the sport, love the people in it, blah blah blah. And this week was unfortunately Usain Bolt's last international competition. Like, never going to see the guy compete on a world stage ever again, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, I don't know how I'm going to go about this without getting absolutely terrored by people, because I understand the arguments for both sides of what I'm about to bring up. So just
before we start,
yes,
I don't understand the arguments from both sides, so I'll be interested to hear what you have to say.
I'll hopefully educate in a non-biased way, but it's probably going to come out very biased.
But genuinely, no, I don't understand how it couldn't be biased, because from what I know on the situation, it's just, anyway, just go on.
Yeah. Right, so as we know, or as people that follow the sport know, Justin Gatlin, who is an American sprinter, has previously been banned from the sport for using drugs that aren't legal, basically performance enhancers. And he, funnily enough, when the 2016 Olympics came around, he was getting absolutely slated by probably, well, I know our media especially. Like we'll keep it domestic. I won't go international because I don't want to fume other countries just in case. But so obviously it was very clear that we were not happy with his participation within that level of sport, and a lot was said about him obviously being like, oh, he'll never be able to sign another contract again, he'll never go pro again, like everything he's done, blah, blah, blah. No one's going to give him the time of day, blah blah blah, which is fair enough. The guy has cheated twice.
Yeah,
the first allegation was due to the medication that he takes because he's got ADD. So that was the World Anti-Doping Agency, I believe, and the IAAF, which is the International Athletics Federation.
Yeah,
they knew that he was taking this medication, but I think when he got tested positive for it, he took it too soon to being tested. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's in his system. So they did a second sample for him, and then there was less of it in his system on the second sample, which meant it was just because, to be fair, like he might have got his days mixed up, whatever.
Yeah.
Blah blah. However, my arguments that would be, you are competing on the world stage, you need to know when to take it.
Yeah, if you have got your days mixed up, it's still in.
You have a responsibility. Like, I can understand it can go wrong for whatever reason, but where you are in your sport, you need to be.
It's like the whole argument, oh well, I didn't know it was illegal, or something, but you still did it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Like, why did you not check?
I didn't. Like, if you were, born in a tree or whatever, and never left the tree, and then just came out and just saw another person, was like, oh, I don't know, you I just killed them.
Yeah,
you didn't know it was wrong to kill people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you've still done it. You still
you've done it.
Going to prison.
You've done it. So that was that. The second time, supposedly he was having issues with his masser, like the guy that massages his legs and stuff after competitions, after training. They were having issues with one another, and then supposedly what he said or what was put in the court case's notes, was that his masseuse used a new cream to massage him down with that had testosterone in it,
It's Fire Alarm Thursday, everyone.
Oh, it's fire.
Testing Fire Alarm Thursday.
Right.
Great.
Cheers. Thanks for all on Thursdays.
Yeah.
But we're all safe. We're not going to die.
Yeah, unless there is a fire.
Yeah.
And the electrics just went out, and now we're going to
We
die.
have a massive issue. But anyway, so second time is Masur supposedly used a new cream to massage him down with, which had some thing in it similar to a steroid, whatever. Now, from what I read, my understanding of it, I could be wrong. I'm open to being wrong because I could be, but from what I read from it, he knew that his Masur was using a new cream.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I'd be like, right, hang on. As like an elite athlete, you have a routine of doing everything up to your competition stage because mentally, like you're like, right, I've done everything I need to do.
Yeah.
It's just down to the race now. Because if like your routines get mixed up, it kind of throw you off for the competition. Now, if my Masur is using something new that I've never seen before, I'd be like, we do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
not what you usually use.
Why have you switched
Why
it?
are you switching now at the moment, especially during a competition? Like, what is this kind of thing? That mentally, that would be my concept of it. But obviously, not everyone is like me. You know, some might disagree and say, "Oh, you wouldn't even think twice because you trust that person." Which again, fair enough.
Yeah, true.
But if he was in the knowledge of the fact that it was a new cream,
Yeah.
or whatever they used, or yours, I'll be like, nah, you're right. So anyway, he got his longer ban for that one. I think it was 8 years he got for that originally, but he appealed it and got 4. So overall, he's had a 5-year suspension of the sport. And then, was it Sunday, the 100-meter final? Maybe Saturday, Sunday.
I think it was Saturday.
Might have been Saturday. Probably was Saturday. Whatever. 100-meter final happened, and the guy wins it. Like, fully just cross the line and wins the race.
I didn't see it. How far by was it?
I mean, it wasn't, in sprinting terms, it was all right.
Yeah.
Okay, considering like the level of 100-meter running we've seen from, I don't know, 2008 through to 2016, it was back to being average. But obviously, what they're running is superhuman kind of thing. But you know, as a fan and someone that follows the sport, it's
Yeah.
So so he won it. A new American lad came second, and then Bolt came third, and like crossed the line and like went to the cameras, told everyone to shush because they boo him all the time when he comes online because of obviously all the doping thing and everything else. So I Facebooked it because just me being the person that I am, and I Facebook going, something along the lines of, was a drugs cheat, was told he'd never get back into the sport, now a world champion, and he's signed a night contract. Like, he's back to being a professional again.
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, our sport is in a really bad place anyway. Like, Russia as a country cannot compete. Like, because we've had to ban them because of the drugs that they've had, like, their actual, like, programmed drugs routine. And, like, we're in a bad way as it is, and then a cheat
Yeah.
is now world champion again and has signed a contract.
How long is it until they take his drugs test and find out that he was on drugs during that race?
Don't think he will be.
Yeah.
He won't be. Like, nothing will come out now. Like, he won't be. He's obviously one of them that he's learned his lesson. No. But like, it aggs me, and this is why I could tell that I've grown up, because usually that wouldn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I do my sport for me to, like, you know, be better, do better against myself, whatever, blah blah blah, and you know, race, compete, and run quicker time throughout the year. But I when he crossed the line, I was like, my sport is a load of shit at the moment. Like, it actually annoyed me. And then my coach like messaged me saying like, "Oh, this isn't what I'm in the sport for." Like, the result has genuinely made me feel sick. And I was like, I get it now. Like, when I've seen people tweet that before, whatever, on Facebook, I'm like, oh, get over it. Like, it's so dramatic. But it actually hit me like this weekend that has happened, and we're in a bad way at the moment with drug issues and stuff in the sport and everything else. And it's like, what? Like, I just don't know. Like, it's annoying. And
what it reminds me of, like the whole story, is, you know that TV or film or whatever it was, Catfish?
Yes.
Where it starts off with a lie on a dating site, and then it's another lie, and then it's another lie, and then it just gets so big.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, when he meets her, he's just like looking back, there was so many lies that I was fed that I just believed. And looking back, like, how the hell did I believe it? So this guy has come out and gone, oh, well, you know, I'm on the drug, but I got my days mixed up. So I did run on the drug, but I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Then he does it again. He goes, "Oh, it was it was my cream."
Yeah.
You know, look at me, from an outsider looking in, you can come up with a better excuse than that. But at the same time, it's such a wild excuse. Like, you wouldn't think of think of it, would you? Like, if you said, "Oh, someone slipped it in my drink," then you'd be like, "You're lying, mate." But the fact that he's come up with such an obscure excuse or truth, I don't know. Like, I don't know the situation at all. But to me, it reminds me of that show where it's just like, it just sounds like he's lying.
Yeah. So
and for twice as well.
Yeah.
So it's happened once, right? Do you know what? Like, you go to prison and then you come out and you make it. People come out, change people, and make it go otherwise. In fact, he's done it again.
Yeah.
Like, why has he not just been, essentially just don't compete again?
At the moment, well, I by the looks of things, I don't know if it is a thing because no one's ever been someone to be put under this sanction, but there is no history of a lifetime ban. But hopefully my Facebook is going to load up because one of my mates, Andrew, commented on it, and he also had a very fair point of what he said. So he goes, but everyone, because there were, I think there was one other guy for definite that has previously been banned for using drugs as well. Who was a Jamaican athlete, and he goes, everyone skips over him being banned. You all boo Gatlin, but it's the system that's let him race. People completely ignore the fact that we have no idea who is actually clean in the sport anymore. It's a harsh reality. Its reputation is finished, which is true. Like, as much as it's the athlete's fault, again, like the governing bodies are still letting these people race and compete.
Oh, my voice did that thing again. Turned to go, hello.
And he's completely right. Like, it's much as the athlete's fault. Like, don't be a knobhead. Don't cheat in your sport. Like, it pushes people out of the sport. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, Jess Ennis-Hill got her medal from a few worlds back. This world's because the girl that did win it has been caught for drugs, but has only now just got her medal. Like,
so how long ago was that?
I can't remember which one it was now.
But it was a while ago.
It was either the one before this one or the one before, I think. Again, I'm probably going to get absolutely abused by my athletics knowledge at the moment.
The point doesn't matter, does it? It's
that athlete has missed out on, having that time of being on the roster
because now,
with the national anthem played.
Yeah, because if I'd have heard at the time that she won, everyone would know.
Yeah.
Whereas now it'll probably just be like 20th page of the newspaper.
Yeah, exactly.
Someone was on drugs. She now has medals. And no one cares.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it's about. It's not about the publicity.
No,
but it is. Like, if you win on a world stage, then you deserve the right to. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's with anything. If your football team wins the World Cup, you deserve to have the publicity because you've worked for it and you've won it.
Exactly.
And then 2 years later, go, oh, they cheated, so actually these people won. I mean, with the World Cup, it probably would still be big news, but it's not going to be as big as when you win the World. You're not going to have another ceremony, are you? They're just going to go, here's trophy, just sod off.
Cheers, thanks. But that's it. Like, I think I'm not going to say any more on it because it's just I haven't properly looked at every single fact in the world. But for me, like, I don't know, like, I can't be asked my sport anymore. I haven't watched any of it since. Like, people have texted me being like, have you seen Nunes race? And I'm like, nah. Well, I cannot be bothered as someone who enjoys the sport to watch it anymore. Because, like, it is a case of we don't know who's clean on the line anymore. You know what I mean? It's just, don't know what to do.
Yeah.
But it's and everyone said, like, we've completely butchered Gatlin. But it's like, well, he kind of does deserve it. Him as a person, he hasn't been humbled by what's happened to him. He hasn't learnt from it, come out and said, look, I fucked up,
I'm sorry,
I really did ruin stuff. Like, interviews that I've seen with him, he's been proper like baiting Usain Bolt. Like 2016, he was like, I'm going to win the gold, Bolt's nowhere, I'm going to have the gold medal round my neck and I'm going to go out partying with it every night. And it's like, mate, you are like, we as like people that enjoy the sport hate you as a representative of it.
Yeah.
And you're giving it the big one after being caught with, drugs and everything else. Like, there was nothing in your case that proves you're innocent. If you've served a total of 5 years, I think it is. And it's like, why are you doing this?
I've noticed that with a lot of people. Like, they get annoyed when you mention that they've done something wrong.
Yeah.
I've noticed that a lot. So say, I don't know, someone. I'm just going to use like a normal day example because I keep going back to prison and I've never actually been to prison,
keep
so
going up, do you?
I can't. It's not like I've got some dark secret that keeps like coming out. But like, say, I don't know, there's a boy that we know called Dave,
Yeah.
and Dave cheats on his missus,
Yeah.
and then his missus gets annoyed,
Yeah.
and like puts a status on Facebook or does some revenge plot or whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She does something in the public eye.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's been caught and he's been punished for it.
Yeah.
Like they've broken up, that's the punishment.
Yeah.
I don't think he then has the right to start going, this is unfair and all the rest of it because you've done it to yourself.
Yeah.
And that sounds ridiculous because obviously it's on such a small scale. But say, I don't know, right? Let's use the case of fraud.
Yeah.
And you have, I don't know, a friend that commits fraud on you and you lose a lot of money because of it.
Yeah.
And then they go to prison and then you start, chatting shit about, they come out of prison. I don't think they're then in a position to start texting you going, stop saying all this rubbish, all the rest of it. What you can do? Sue me. It happened. It's all true. You literally went to prison for it.
Yeah.
So you can't, I don't understand how he can, I've forgotten what my point is now. So running,
Running.
Oh, what was my point?
Don't
So I
know,
was
mate.
saying about public eyeing. Yeah. So he can't. I don't understand how he can, play the martyr. Is that the right phrase?
Yeah.
When he's done it twice.
Yeah.
How can he genuinely be like,
Yeah.
people don't like me?
It's
I'm not
like-
surprised.
For me, I think someone who has been, I don't know, forgiven isn't the right word. I don't, because for me, I could never forgive a drugs cheat and has pushed someone who is clean and has worked their backside off over a winter season, done everything, throwing the guts up, blood, sweat and tears, like literally go into that. I think that is what makes what pisses me off about it when people do it, is that we, as an athlete, you'll be down the track 4 or 5 times a week, in the gym as well, for 9 seconds, or 19 seconds, whatever event you're doing, long jump, you get 6 jumps and that's it at a world championship. You're training more than you compete in a year, basically. But it just takes like that one person to just think, I'll never get caught.
Yeah.
They push you out by like a tenth of a second, but they've got that tenth unfairly.
Yeah.
It's not as if it's like, I don't know, a whole week event where you're constantly competing against them. It is, someone's Olympic, like Bolt's world record with 100 heats, semis and finals, 27, 28. If he ran 9.58 or 9.6, so round it up, 27. So he was about his whole Olympics in 2000. No, it's 2009. He ran a 9.58. So let's just say across average, he ran 9.5 across average. All things. His whole world championships for that world record lasted like 28.5 seconds. He was only doing 28.5 seconds worth of activity.
Yeah.
And then that just gets taken off you by someone that's just cheated. And you've done all that work for 28.7 seconds or 5 seconds of your world championships, and it's gone because some knobheads just decided to cheat. Like, I couldn't think of anything worse. You know what I mean? And it's just, it's frustrating. But going back to people in the past that have reconciled, and again, like, forgiven isn't the right word, but people have come to accept that it happened. But I think would be Dwayne Chambers. I think Dwayne Chambers is like the perfect example of someone who's cheated, had to accept all the flack they've got, and has just got away, being quiet about it,
being genuinely remorseful about it.
That's the word, like remorseful, and working back. And then it came to 2008, he couldn't go, and then he qualified for 2012, and he won the nationals. Like, he won our selection to go to 2012. I think I'm probably getting this all horrifically wrong, and it's just going to make me look like such a nut. But so he won the trials, and it's like, for someone like that kept quiet, wasn't being like a knobhead every meet he went to, everything else. He accepted the flack he got, everything, held his hands up, and always has done in every interview since. He's always said, I regret doing it every single time. And it's like, that is someone who I can accept back in the sport. I'd never, forgive them for it kind of thing because they've cheated.
Yeah.
But he's admitted he's cheated, and it was the wrong thing to do, and he admits how much of like a disappointment he was to himself, his family, friends, everything.
And coming out with something like that kind of, I think, gives a point to people that, okay, he's not got away with it. He genuinely does like realise what he's done. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas opposed to doing drugs, winning,
Yeah.
then going, oh, he did drugs, he's not competing again.
Yeah.
You've still got the title of winner in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
You cheated
exactly.
to get there,
Yeah.
but unless you come out and say I was wrong,
Yeah.
people are just going to go, oh well,
Yeah.
Well,
But I just
Still
don't.
did it anyway,
I
which
don't
is-
get that. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't get that with Gatlin. That's why when like people message me like, oh yeah, but so and so else has cheated and they're in the final and have medalled. I'm like, yeah, I accept that, but at the end of the day, they haven't been going out, yapping their mouth off kind of thing.
yeah,
And it's like that's why I can accept them being there in that position. Like I would never. It's difficult to obviously support them.
Yeah.
But I have no feelings of support towards Gatlin. And when people are like, oh, we're not the sport to boo because we're not like as a sport we don't do that kind of in terms of like booing people like they're doing football and everything else. We're not
Yeah.
that kind of sport. But I get I get why the general consensus wants to tell him to go disappear.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just it's a shame people get cheated out of so much, and then it just ruins the sport's reputation,
Yeah.
and it ruins people wanting to, because they look at it and think, well, I'll never be able to run like him unless I do drugs, but I want to be the best I can be, but I won't be that fast because it's not attainable unless I'm on something.
I feel like that isn't just a running thing. I feel like that's a life thing.
Yeah,
like,
massively,
because,
yeah.
like weightlifting or just even wanting to lose weight. Like, people genuinely do these days think, well, it's the whole magazine thing, isn't it? So people look in a magazine, they see, or a newspaper or on the internet, whatever, and they see a picture of, and it's both genders, so I'm not discriminating at all.
Yeah.
You'll see a picture of, as a girl, I don't know, who would I say? Rita Ora.
Yeah.
I'm just going to bring her name up again. People are like, I want like that. How do you reckon she looks like that? All it takes is one person to go, oh, she probably uses this.
Yeah,
And then, she probably doesn't use that. She probably has a lot of personal trainers. But then all it takes is one kid to go, oh, well, I don't feel comfortable in myself, so I'm gonna just have this drug. And then, there was one a few years ago where someone took this weight loss pill, and it wasn't safe for human consumption. Like, it wasn't even like, not just approved. It genuinely wasn't safe. And their heart rate just went through the roof. The body over temperature, and their entire insides were just burnt, like just black, just from this, just because she wanted to lose weight. And the same with guys. People want to look like, I don't know, some knobhead off Love Island or something, or you know what I mean? People are like, oh well, if I don't look like that, and you know what? I see a lot on Facebook recently, like girls going, oh well, boys live in judgment of what we look like, so all the rest of it, and I'm like, well, I'm not being funny, but it happens to a lot of guys as well.
Oh, dude, it happens.
Exactly, it happens
Like,
on a daily
for me,
basis
like, I
to
feel-
everyone.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a gender thing. I think it's a human thing.
Nah.
I think everyone, and do you know what? I get told off a lot for saying this, but I genuinely think that on some level, every single person on this planet has some form of body dysmorphia.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
might
yeah.
not be diagnosed,
Yeah.
and it might not be medical, and I'm
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to doing that thing with my fingers, like quotation
quotes,
marks. But there's something about everyone that just makes them go, do you know what? This makes me feel pretty
but
shit.
I've had it this year because I haven't trained or competed this year because of just unfortunately third year of uni and just wanting to get
Just
it done,
crack
out
on
the
and
way
sort it,
smash and, not have to worry. But I've looked at. I'll look back on pictures of me last year because Facebook will throw up your post this time last year, and then it'll be me on a training camp with all my guys from home or whatever.
Yeah.
When I'm in season and coming into the season. And it's like I'm in shape there, and I know that. But when I'm not training, I lose so much weight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel horrible. I know I do. I've lost a lot of weight anyway. And when people say, "Oh, have you lost weight?" Yeah, I have. Yeah, because I'm not training.
Yeah.
And it's the worst thing. I hate it because I'm not happy in myself, kind of thing. It doesn't bother me to an extent that it does to some people.
Yeah.
Because I know, I can now that I'm in a stable position in my life, all I need to do is just get back in the gym, get back and I'm sound. I have that discipline to be able to go back and do it and want to do it.
Yeah.
Because, for me, it makes me happy. But, dude, it does, man. It's shit. But it obviously it equates differently to different people.
For me, it's not even a dedication thing because every summer, currently moving around getting a different chair.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want a wheelie chair.
A wheelie chair. So, the thing for me is that it's not even a like I can't be hard. It genuinely is like if I put my head down, do it for 7 days, then the routine's there and it's in, and I can't break it. Run every day, eat well. Came to uni last year, probably looking the best I've ever looked, and people from school saying you used to look not a mess, but well, yeah. Do you know what? Yeah,
cheers, guys.
You used to look a mess in school, and now you're looking really good. So well done. And then over the course of the year, going out with your mates and people saying, "Oh, you come in Mackey's." You don't want to be the guy that says no and just sits in his room and doesn't do anything. But you want to be like hanging out with other people, so you do it. But then you realise, there's only so much fun you can have before you're just back at square one. So now I'm in the position where I'm like, well, I'm at uni again soon. I want to lose weight, but I don't want to miss out on stuff.
Yeah.
I was saying to you this last night, like, do you know what? I could, do you know what? Go home tomorrow and not see anyone and lose 2 stone like that. Click my fingers, drop it in, I don't know, 2 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Just eating well and running every day.
Yeah.
Easy. But where's the fun in that?
Yeah.
And I don't have fun looking how I do. And I don't think I look like the worst human being in the world. And I came out a few weeks ago and put on the internet, like, since when does having a bit of extra weight on me make me a bad person? There's terrorists, murderers. Why? Just because I've got a little bit of extra weight on, make me a bad person. But I think the world, to go back to my original point, the world we live in now, where boys and girls just judge each other based on how they look, and everyone does it. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I've done it, you've done it, everyone's done it. But at the same time, why?
Yeah.
Like, fair enough. If you're not attracted to someone romantically because how they look, that's another human thing. I don't think that's right. If you're not attracted to someone, you're not attracted to someone. That's the end of it.
Yeah.
But to genuinely make comments or make someone feel like they are worth nothing or little to nothing purely because of what they look like as a person. If someone is 40 stone, then I'm going to come out and say, you know what, you need to lose the weight because that's bad.
Yeah.
But if someone's 10 stone and someone's 12 or someone's 13. They only have to lose a few stone, and then they'll probably look better than you do. So I don't think it's fair for people to be judged based on how they look. And to go back to the drugs thing, if people feel like they've got to take drugs to do stuff like that, then the people that are taking the drugs in the sport, when realistically they're the best looking people anyway because they're doing sports, if they're doing drugs, then people are thinking, well, if I'm ever going to look anything like that, I need to take the drugs. When realistically, they're still going to look like that if they're not drugs. It's just a performance thing.
Yeah.
So I just think everyone needs to chill out and we need to talk about something more fun.
But that's the thing. Like, I think final point of it, like when you're saying about the world we live in now, like, what makes the worst thing is that we're set up to see things that are really unachievable for a lot of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way some people look. Like, you're never going to reach it. Like, people need to understand, like, you can only go so far. There are the small few people in this world that will surpass the now, and they will be the new it.
Yeah.
Which, Joe, what, fair enough, fair play to you. If you're lucky enough, blah, 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 that's fine. But, like, you need to live in, like, your own truth and understand, like, you cannot be someone, who you are. Use the people who you idolise, make sure they're the good people you should be idolising, you know what I mean? But use what they've achieved and then look at yourself. Look where your level of success would be in relation to them. You know what I mean? Because you might not reach like as much as I'd love to run a 958 and be as quick as Bolt, but it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I have to think right. When I speak to my coach, what are we looking for this year, or up to when I maybe peak in the sport? Where could I see myself being? I mean, we have then discussions, see where we are, blah blah, and then you apply it to you as a person.
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to achieve what Bolt did. Even if I was on drugs, I don't think anyone could. The guy is superhuman. He's one of those people that comes once in a lifetime.
What was his time in this race? That's just been...
Oh mate, it wasn't anything special. It was 9 maybe. Just nothing Bolt, nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But still world class for a lot of other athletes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
if I went to 100 metres, what?
Yeah.
I don't even know, 15, 20 seconds?
Yeah, exactly.
It's not 9, is it?
But, what he... For his standard of person, it wasn't good enough. And, like, he'll accept that. But at the end of the day, he hasn't got anything to prove. It was his last one, I think.
He's done pretty well. He's got the name, hasn't he? He's never cheated.
But, like, people need to understand, like, going back to the original point, I think you can only be as good as what you're meant to be. You know what I mean? You need to stop. People need to stop like looking at I don't know, like you say with the Love Island people. Like, they are like the pinnacle of what sport, like beauty and all that shit wants people to look like, and presses on people. But some people just never be that.
And arguably, that's what they're paid to be.
Yeah.
Like I always use. Well, I don't always use. I've never really had this conversation in this depth before, but I always think of like Chris Pratt. You know, he was big in Parks and Rec, and then he got the Guardians of the Galaxy job in Jurassic World. I don't know what came first. I think it was Guardians of the Galaxy, which was the first job that he got like ripped for. But he'll have been doing nothing but being paid by Marvel to work out to get Henge for 6 months. That's all he did for 6. I guarantee he'll send his kids and whatever. Like, he'll have had a life, but he won't have had anything bad. He'll have been paid to work out and get Henge. So I don't think that for most people, if you're going out and you've got a family and you're going and doing a job, and not even got a family, just want to see your friends, you've got a job, you need to get enough sleep to be able to work efficiently. Where's your time going to come? He'll have trained like 3 times a day to get that Henge that quick. I mean, realistically, a lot of people can't do it, and I don't think it's fair to push that standard on people.
See, exactly. But this is it. Exactly, this is the standard. You cannot push that level of standard on someone. But for me, like I said before, it's such a discipline thing. Everyone has that time in the day, and you won't notice it because you do your routine, and you'll go through you'll go out, you'll get up, go to work, come home, cook dinner, and you'll sit down for the rest of the evening until you go to bed. That period of sitting down until you go to sleep, that is unused time.
100%.
So but it is there, but and I'm not saying you're saying it's not there for everyone. The time is there. You just got to be massively disciplined, but do not try and go out to be Chris Pratt.
With that time, because he's doing it all day, or a few times a day, every day. You can lose weight. That's fine. I'm the same right now. If I just said to people, do you know what? I want to be boring for 2 months. I want to lose weight and come back and feel happy about myself. And they went, fine. There is no way in hell that I couldn't run twice a day. Or 3 times a day on my schedule. I wouldn't want to run 3 times a day because I'd burn myself out. But twice a day, done. Easy. But I'm not... I'll lose weight and I'll be happy with myself. But you're not going to get looking like, I don't know, Usain Bolt or whatever. Or anyone just from running twice a day. So... That's my point.
Life lessons on AYU.
Yeah, so
live your truth. Accept the fact you're not going to be the next Usain Bolt or Chris Pratt, but you can still have a good, healthy life. Just do it to your standard.
Yeah. Next up, what's the best fried chicken and where can I get it right now?
Best fried chicken.
Well, to be fair,
do you know what? I need to take you. You need to come home with me sometime, right?
All right.
Nando's. We've got this place at home, Med Grill, and blows Nando's out of the absolute water, mate. Small little shop near my old school, secondary school.
Like a restaurant or just a...
Dude, it's probably rumouring now. You know how it goes out to the disabled toilet?
Yeah.
So push that wall out.
Push the wall out
to the disabled toilet. That is how big it is. You've got the grill bit and then a few tables and chairs, and it's like a really nice little place. But it's not fried chicken. It's like Nando's chicken, peri-peri and stuff. But I'm telling you, dude, they need to franchise. They would dick on Nando's.
Yeah. Their
spicy sauce is amazing.
There's a place in Liverpool, literally maybe around 2 corners from Central, if that, and that is the best chicken that I have. It's like a beer and chicken bar.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing.
Yeah.
We'll have to go.
Yeah,
because I've only been once, and that was because my mate's mum gave me 30 quid for being a good mate, which was quite good. It's like the best paid job in the world. Yeah. 30 quid for being a friend. Yeah. But it I just can't put it into words. Because you go to KFC or chicken shop down the road, and you get chicken, it's nice. But this was like gourmet fried chicken.
It's different gear.
It was just insane.
It's them ones where you find that little gem in any town you're in, and it's a small dingy place, but the food that comes out of it is cracking,
it was just low lit, neon signs on the wall, good beer, which I think for me is hard to find because I'm not a massive beer drinker. So if I find a beer I like, then you're doing well.
You're doing alright, yeah.
And fried chicken, you just can't beat it. It's making me tear up. It's not. I've got something in my eye. Anyway, glad we got that out of the way. Just to follow up a little bit health.
Yeah.
Just feel like me again now. Been talking like being healthy.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, I'm back in my normal self. Oh. How long have we been going now? We've been going 44 minutes.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we've done quite well with the Bolt stuff.
So yeah. We're going to plug ourselves again. I think this is the time to plug ourselves while we slightly,
It's quite a weird format, that, isn't it? Plugging ourselves on our own.
Yeah, man.
On our own podcast.
Yeah. So when we go back to Twitter, it is at AYU_podcast. Just give us a follow. We'll always plug all the episodes we do on there, and then we'll give you all a reminder or a little notice when we're in the studio recording.
Just give us a tweet and we'll reply and give us a
tweet.
chat.
If there's anything you want us to talk about in general, we will do it.
Just let us know what you think about drugs as well.
Yeah.
Just in general, any drug.
Yeah, any of my athlete mates that listen to this,
Alcohol.
if you do, let us know, and then we'll maybe rediscuss next week at the beginning. But yeah.
Love is a drug, apparently.
Oh,
Kesha sang about
God, that's a name. Kesha.
that. Yeah.
What was
She's
that?
back now, isn't she?
2007 was that?
Nah, it must have been 2010.
Was it?
Maybe. She'll have had a song out in 2010. Let's have a look. She brought a new album out recently. It's not actually that bad.
God, that's not. Oh, do you remember? Was it Cardinal Official that did that song with Akon and?
Yes, yeah.
Oh God, where did he go to? He
So
fell off.
Kesha's album with TikTok, which is the one everyone knows.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
Love Is My Drug.
Yeah.
Well, the only two songs apparently on the album that did anything was 2010.
Yeah.
And then there was another one called Cannibal, which was also out in 2010, which is quite weird, really. 2 albums in a year. With the We Are Who We Are song on, which there is a brilliant parody of about farmers, which is Boss. So yeah, that's Kesha for you.
Jeez.
It's like a nice little
throwback.
yeah, it's almost like we're trying to plug
It's
her
Thursdays, isn't it?
plug her 2 albums from 2010.
Throwback Thursdays.
Oh man, what else is a throwback? Ayaz, what a guy.
Oh wow, yeah.
Did he ever do anything other than that one song?
Yes, he did release the second one.
Solo.
Yeah. No, that was Jason Derulo.
No, that was
solo,
riding. That was riding solo.
Oh yeah.
If you go on Spotify and type in Ayaz, the first 2 songs are both a replay,
Hello.
and then the third one's solo, and then that's it. So it was this one. It wasn't as big as Riding Solo, but it was out. It was out like the same week.
Yeah.
That'll do. Do you remember when songs used to have Red One at the start as well?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing? I've not heard that in years.
Yeah, I can't remember. That would be the producer shout.
Yeah, it was. It was like
Lady
the producer
Gaga,
on the record label. Yeah.
Yeah, Lady Gaga's was all over it, wasn't they? Ha! Throwback season.
I'm gonna Google that if he's still a thing.
I reckon he would be.
Yeah. It's quite self-indulgent, that getting your artist to sing.
Yeah.
There's also Red One Jeans.
Yeah.
Red One is a Moroccan-Swedish record producer providing content for Lady Gaga, Michael Jackson, U2, Nicki Minaj, Jennifer Lopez, Cross, G, Pitbull, Enrique, Shakira, Mariah Carey, One Direction, Rod Stewart, and many others. It's quite interesting that he did songs for U2.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's quite a catalogue, that, isn't it?
Yeah. You would have thought like U2 would make their own songs.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like Bono going, Red One. Not that he sounds like that, but you know what I mean. That's weird. I wonder if what he's produced recently, like any songs that stand out. Red One production discography. Here we go. Productions. Right. So he's done 2 songs for Pixie Lott. Little Boots Remedy. That was a tune. What a tune that was. Lady Gaga 4 songs. How do we even get onto Kingston? Fire Burning.
Oh,
Shorty's
yeah, of course.
fire burning on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Whoa. 2 Alexandra Burke songs. Unfortunately, her career burned and died approximately 2 weeks after it began.
Wow.
Well, it's true, isn't it?
Wow.
Like, she's not done anything, has she?
I mean, you don't need to say it, do you?
Bad Boys. Can you name one other tune other than that?
Do you know who I'm gutted that kind of bombed, actually? Because
Is it Joe McElderry?
her first song was an absolute banger. It was A Stalemate with American Boy with Kanye West. Mate, that was such a banger.
I thought you meant the one of Friends. Joy, it's a step.
Nah.
Yeah.
But she's probably fallen off face as well.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame. She had good vocals. Good set of lungs on her.
Some interesting songs on this list. Jennifer Lopez. Khaled. Is that Khaled before he was DJ Khaled? Or is that a different Khaled?
We'll say a different Khaled
because
he
DJ
Khaled's been around for time.
And he is a producer, isn't he? So he wouldn't have a producer producing
DJ Khaled's
songs.
been around for a long, long time, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of mad, isn't it, how he just appeared.
I had another topic I want to talk about, and it's just completely escaped me.
Yeah, he's not produced anybody who's well known's music for at least going through this list 4 years. Yeah, there's nothing I recognise on here. Oh, he did quite a few of Dizzy Rascal's last album.
How did he?
Yeah, all the good ones on that album actually, which is quite something.
How long do you reckon it'll be till Drake just burns?
What do you mean? Just burns out?
Yeah.
See, it's weird because I remember in like year 8, this lad did a presentation on Drake, and obviously like people knew who he was, but he was just an artist then. Yeah. You know how like I don't know. Well, most artists, like I don't know, to me, like example to most people is just an artist, or Pixie Lott, or I don't know, anyone, pretty much anyone is just another artist, and that's what Drake was back then. And now he's just become this massive brand name, basically.
I think personally he is such a culture vulture, mate.
Yeah,
he's such a culture vulture. Like he's jumping on, like obviously because he's you joking?
Oh, again. Do you reckon this is an actual fire alarm?
Nah.
Could be. Apologies if this makes you go deaf. You're listening to Fire Alarms with Ben and Jordan. Maybe. On the As Yes Untitled podcast.
Yes. Mate, look, fire alarms. Name the episode. I think we've just done it, mate. Fire alarms.
Yes. I thought you were like, fire alarms, name the episode. I thought it was like, am I missing a reference here?
No, yeah.
Yes.
Fire alarms is name the episode. Yeah, but anyway, back to Drake being a culture vulture. Yeah. I mean,
I like him a lot. I've got one of his albums on vinyl, but trust me, man, I've just turned into Drake. Trust me, man.
Trust me, daddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like everything that's big burns out. You know, One Direction a few years ago, everyone was like, do you know what, this could be the boy band that lasts forever. And I was like, they won't, no, will they? And they were like, everyone loves One Direction. I was like, in 3 years, no one will care. Like, a year and a half later, Zayn left, and then they were split up within 6 months. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, nothing lasts forever, apart from the great taste of Chicken Lovers fried chicken, which will never
I genuinely thought you were going for example, though.
And that. Offer's still there. Do you know what? I've completely forgotten what we were talking about. Like, completely. Like, just, what was it?
We went through a rage of health and how society's making people want to achieve stuff with it.
Nah, literally just... Oh, it was Drake, that was it.
Yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah, he's honestly, dude, like, the More Life album was not good.
There's one or two songs on it that I liked, but the most of it, I was literally there like, nah.
I know I was going to speak to you about, because it goes back to sport. Mayweather and McGregor.
Oh, yes.
Right, we have, how many days have we got, what, 26th, is it 26th or the 28th?
I think it's the 26th.
Yeah, so we got 16 days till McGregor and Mayweather, and do you know what? I cannot wait. Genuinely, for the fact I am a believer. I am a McGregor believer. And the scientific, technological, rational thinking side of my brain is like Floyd will test him in the first 3 rounds and then the 4th probably just plant one on him and that'll be it.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, mate, the emotional side of me that wants to see the world's biggest upset in sport literally wants to see McGregor put Floyd on his ass. And I am going to put £10 on McGregor winning.
I want to put money on McGregor winning purely because I just think if that happened, it would be like you said, the biggest riot ever.
Like, he's the king of trash talk, and I've watched all, obviously, the interviews and all the fight conferences and everything else. And I've never been, well, actually, I'll tell a lie, like, Klitschko and Joshua was, like, the biggest fight I've ever been. Like, I've never been into a fight other than Joshua and Klitschko, but I think this one as well is going to be, like... a massive fight.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, the money's worth. I think it's costing, for pay-per-view, for here, it's going to be, like, £100.
Nah, they cut it.
Did they?
Yeah, Sky bought it, and then I think it's... Don't quote me, but I think it's $19.99.
Is it?
Yeah, because everyone kicked off with it being £100.
Yeah. But still,
not that anyone
people
would
still
anyway,
pay it. I think people would.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm just going to get a live stream up on the internet.
Exactly, that's what I mean, like everyone will.
But, mate, Jesus Christ, I can't wait. Like, I know McGregor is going to get he's going to get it handed to him. But I'm very excited.
What if he doesn't?
Oh, mate, stop it.
Do you know what? Do you want to know what the businessman in me says? They're both intelligent men. They both like money. That's why they do these big
Floyd
fights.
can't read, but
Well, no, but like money, he wants it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So, what if McGregor won, and then Mayweather came and went, "I'm not having this rematch," and then he destroyed McGregor, but he said for the rematch we both want another 100 million.
McGregor wouldn't do it. I don't think he'd refight him again. Actually, no.
But if he was getting 100 million for 2 matches, both the times, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
There's no shame in being beaten by Mayweather because he's beaten everyone.
This is exactly it. The one person that will lose out on everything overall when we look back on this fight in history is if Floyd loses.
Yeah.
Because McGregor has said on numerous occasions, I triple my net worth for half of a fight because they're only punching. There's no kicks, no grabs, no nothing.
Yeah.
I am going to be tripling how much I'm worth.
Yeah.
In just a night. So he's in it for the money. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And that has been a big thing of his like campaign when he's been going around absolutely ripping the kid. But Ben, mate, if he wins it, mate, it's wow.
Do you know what time will it be on? It'll be on early, won't it?
Early doors. It's in Vegas, isn't it? I think so. It'll be.
I was going to say we should get
6 hours behind us, 4 hours.
Yeah, I was going to say we should get one of the big rooms and just. Well, when is it? It's in August, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's this month.
I'm
pretty sure it's the 26th.
Book out one of the big rooms, just get it on that massive screen.
I might ask where my place of work if I can do the pay per view. I genuinely would
on the screen.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I shit you not, mate. I might actually ask because we've got Sky and stuff there.
Yeah,
I'll just ask if we can do it.
Go get some chicken in.
Yeah, dude. Genuinely, we might as well ask. There's gonna be nothing open, is there? What we do is then, how about we order a Domino's, and then if I get the okay off our head chef to use the microwave, we can just get the microwave.
Yeah,
sorted.
Yeah. Sorted.
But nah, dude, like
places might be open for the fight though.
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah,
you know they might think because pubs are going to be open, aren't they?
Yeah, 26th of August, dude. 26th of August when it kicks off.
Is that a weekend? Because we're going to get Mackey's.
T-Mobile Arena. Oh yeah. Well,
it will be a weekend, right? It's not going to be Tuesday, is it?
Yeah.
I would have thought it'd be the Saturday night. That's usually when the fighting's on.
You never know though, because America are quite clever with how they do sport. They do it during the week because no one's doing anything because they've got work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they might have it. Hang on, let me check. 26th is a Saturday.
Oh, sorted then.
So we're away, mate. Yeah.
Cool.
I'm very excited for this fight.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see.
Just how it's going to go. Not even like who's going to win, just how two people from separate fighting professions are going to come together. Because you only see it in films, don't you, really? And it's just scripted. But this could be like a complete mess, or it could be something very, very beautiful.
Yeah. I'm excited for that.
Oh.
I'm really excited.
I'll ask the question tomorrow.
Sweet. I feel like life's going well at the moment. There's plenty going on. It's a sunny day.
Yeah, I was going to say it's worrying how well life is going.
Yeah,
it gives me anxiety slightly.
The thing is like my life usually goes so wrong that it feels surreal stuff going right all the time.
Yeah.
And it also feels like it's only a matter of time before something goes wrong. But at the same time, I've been through so much shit. What if I just have what if this is it now? What if things are just nice for a bit?
This is what I'm saying because like, we've all gone through struggles in life and stuff, and everything else, and they kind of mold you to the person you are. That how you can deal with stuff later on in life that is similar. But like things are going really well at the moment, and I'm worried as to why that is happening.
Yeah,
and I'm worried as to what it is going to be the next bad thing because on the odd occasion you'd always have like for me. My big thing over the past 3 years of uni is just I got the lowest loan and my house was like 120 quid a week.
Yeah.
And it's like my loan doesn't cover it. So I've had to work my loan and then obviously uni. And that's been my 3-year battle in my head.
Yeah. Well that's my case this year.
Yeah.
Like I was proper like how stressed I've been like.
Yeah.
But like obviously I'm not going to put it on here, but the few things that have happened over the past few days like even what we're doing at your place.
Yeah.
If that's once a week.
Yeah.
That's food.
Yeah.
Sorted.
Yeah. Exactly. This is
and then that's one less thing to worry about. Then
Yeah.
at least I've got my food sorted and I can eat. Because even if I'm having to get rid of my car or whatever, I'm not saying I do. Like I'm not dying or whatever.
Yeah.
But if something goes wrong, at least you've got things in place now.
Exactly. But this is it, dude. Like I know from being in the position that I would hate for someone else to be in it, and this is why like,
Yeah.
I've been badgering obviously the big man upstairs to say, look, let me and Ben do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then with obviously the conversation we've had and the meetings we've had, it's now, you know, put you on so you're not having to stress as much with stuff, which is good. So yeah,
So
it's weird, dude. Like life when people are like, you need to enjoy life, blah blah blah. But you know when like not 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, life is just a bit shit.
yeah.
And then you have this really good phase for a while, and you're like, why?
You're like, what is this?
Rather than enjoying it, you're kind of like, come on, I'm ready for it.
I'm bracing myself for the next hit.
Yeah.
Wow. I sound like Effie off Skins. Wow. I do find it weird how she just stopped being weird like halfway through the series.
I've never watched it.
Have you never watched it? So
Nah.
basically she's weird and like all she does is just go like, wow, and stuff like that. But then like, and to be fair, like she wasn't like medication. But then like halfway through the series she just kind of like goes a bit more normal. And I'm just like, what happened there?
Did they not
And I
explain
probably
it in
like
any way,
missed.
shape, or form
I probably
in
just
the
missed an
story?
episode
Yeah, I was
or
gonna
just
say, did you-
missed a bit.
Yeah.
But like she just seems to come back and she's just like fine. And I'm just like, what? Anyway, moving on. A couple of people want me to say hello to them. Shouldn't really do this, but hello to Gobshite.
Plug.
Hello to Beige Man. Now, Beige Man was
Where do
and
you
this
find these people? What? Gobshite and Beige Man.
so Beige Man. When we were at Benny, all the security wore beige uniform, and
Is this someone from Benny?
yeah,
Because I checked our logistics. Sorry, cutting you up. I checked
Yeah.
our logistics for the channel just to see, you know, like views,
Yeah,
and total
yeah.
minutes people watched, and like there was 0.1% from Spain.
oh, I don't know about that. Like they aren't from Spain.
Oh,
but they
they're
were
not.
there.
Okay, sorry. I
These
thought-
are the Irish ones. So when we got Ireland people,
okay,
that'll
got
be
you.
these.
Yeah.
But so there was this guy and beige, and like his uniform was beige, but he as a person was also beige. So literally, like you couldn't tell the difference between his neck and his shirt.
Oh, that's
and it
bad
was the
behaviour,
best
that.
thing. And he always had the early shift, like between like 4 and when we went to bed. So like I think he did that so people couldn't tell that he was just purely beige.
Oh,
It
dude,
was-
that's so
Like
funny.
Liam Gallagher's got a thing for like describing everyone as beige, and I was like,
I was
all
gonna
I can
ask you,
think
is
of is
there-
he is literally just
I was
beige.
gonna say, is there a bit of racial banter in here for Beige Man? But that is so funny.
No,
That's
it's not though.
hilarious.
It's not because like I could go, oh, you know, is it'd be like me coming in my skin coloured t-shirt,
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
looking naked. Like it's not racist. It's just the fact that
it's
like
not even
head to toe,
racism,
head to toe, he was just beige.
That's so funny.
It was just-
I love it. I love
of
a
all
good
the
bit of
colours as well, like
That's-
it's the most boring colour.
That's
Like
so funny.
let's go out and paint the town beige. Anyway,
Happy days.
continuing on through what I'm being sent. Shout out to Cork, the real capital of Ireland. To which another girl replied, "Does Ireland have a capital?" "Yes, it's Dublin." "Is that for North and South?"
Oh, what?
North and South Ireland. Jesus Christ, love you really, Al. Anyway, shout out to Beige Man. No, he's a big fan. He's probably the 0.01% in Spain.
Maybe.
Beige Man.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I've just about covered everything I want to say today.
Yeah.
I was a bit angry earlier in the week, and I had some things I wanted to rant about, but I can't remember what they are now because I'm in such a good place that I just don't care.
I'm legit gonna have to start writing down stuff for like what we say in here, because like when I'm like bugged by a topic, I'm weird like that. Like when stuff's
Yeah.
going on,
Because you
I'll
think, don't-
try and process it in my head. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And think,
because you
well,
think, don't you? Like, oh, I'll say that, and then if you don't write, it's gone.
yeah, but that's it. Like, you know, if anything ever comes up or happens, like for me, I'll process it for myself before I go to other people for their comments on it. You know what I mean? Like even with this and stuff. And stuff will happen, and then I'll have like proper good points because I'm one of them that I overanalyze everything to like the smallest little detail. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just to make sure that if I was ever affected by it, like zombie apocalypse, bro, and I will survive a zombie apocalypse. I've thought about it since I was like 6. I am so ready for the zombie apocalypse to happen. But anyway, yeah.
Bring it on.
Well, yeah, dude. Literally, I'm not telling anyone it either because I don't want you having the same idea as me because that would just be annoying.
Because only I want to survive.
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, I wouldn't want someone to hear that I wouldn't mind not surviving how I'm gonna survive, and then they survive as well. Because not only do they annoy me in this life, they'll probably annoy me in the post-apocalyptic life as well.
Yeah.
So if I keep like my cards close to my chest, then the individuals that might, for some reason, trip and get eaten by a zombie, I won't be too asked about.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I just like I say, like I have like things that come up and think, oh, it'd be well good to talk about this week, and then I get here, I sit down, and I'm still like, mind blank.
Yeah.
Like something happens sitting down with the mic being on, and it's like, oh shit.
I feel like obviously in the future we're going to get people in as well. So
yeah.
just like keeping the conversation going, man.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah,
being
I think,
hippies.
Yeah, people just flipping, like people that know us. If you have an issue or a topic,
or you just want to,
let us know. We'll talk about it.
The main gist of what I was getting sent was that people just like listening to people just talking shit, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
So
annoyingly at the moment, like where we are in life as well, it's like the calm before the storm, before everything kicks off again, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're like in like proper lazy period where we're just living and floating through life. So like we're being really boring, not doing much, like the bare minimum until we have to go back to normal life where it's going to be like 24/7.
I've literally got stuff due in like
Head
Monday,
down.
and I'm just like, I'm not doing it, and it's now Thursday.
Such as the essay you said you were doing 2 days ago, to which we couldn't record earlier.
Yeah,
you've turned up today and
still
need to do this essay.
Yeah. Well, it's 1,500 words, and I've done like 1,200.
Yeah,
and so the minimum's 1,350, and I only need to do like one more paragraph and like put my reference. That's the bit I don't like. I like see that I've not put the references in, and I have to go and re-find the book and whatever. I just think, you know what, it's just effort that I can't be asked with. It's not that difficult, so I'll do it later. That's the worst bit.
And I found this out at the end of this year because it's the worst thing ever. So I'll tell you for the beginning of your year. When you're on our university's thing and you go on Discover More and then you type in whatever book it is or journal, on the right side, there's like a speech mark thing. Yeah. Click on that and then your reference type. Press OK and it gives you the reference, so you copy and paste it, bash it in the bottom.
But that's all well and good. But like Google, what's it called? Scholar. That's a ball, like trying to find stuff and then trying to re-find it's even worse.
Yeah, but something like but Discover More will probably likely have it, so you can just type that title in
and then
it'll come up.
Oh, okay.
So cite it and it cites it all for you, so you can just literally copy and paste it. Like in your reference, you can do your reference as you go in. You know what I mean? Okay,
podcast is over. I'm off to do my work.
So that I found that out like mid-year this year, and it was just both the best and worst thing ever. Because it's like I've been struggling. Well, not struggling, but doing it the long way for 2 and a bit years, and then find it now.
Yeah, need that in my life.
So
just anything to make my life less hard. It's not hard right now.
It's not.
It's just it genuinely is just the uni thing. Like I just feel like everything's going right, and if I had not uni to worry about, I'd be able to put so much more effort into my work. That I'd be killing it. Because I can't. I'll just finish uni. I'm just like doing everything a bit half-assed because I don't want to put all my effort into uni, but at the same time I want to kind of do well in uni, so I don't want to put all my effort into work, and it's just making a bit of a mess.
Yeah, it's just one of them. It goes back to the discipline point, doesn't it? Just time managed well.
Yeah.
And we sound like I think the
that's
best
true.
thing you could ever do, dude, is just go home like beginning of September when you actually move in to your gaff.
Yeah.
Just sit there and be like, right, I've got like you and me doing this, and then the other work.
I do have plans, to be fair, this year. Like I was saying before when we were speaking, like I have a plan of just getting a big sheet and every week just blocking times because my schedule changes every day. I need to at the start of the week just block
it,
and just be like, right, I need to stick to this because otherwise my whole thing's just going to fall apart.
But it's crazy, mate. Just a little bit of time management. It's amazing how easy your life is.
Yeah.
Like, when I look at it and stuff, and like life's a bit ag and not going the way I want it to. Literally, just actually life lesson for everyone. Just like step back and then look what is a bit of a mess, which you can control. And 9 times out of 10, I guarantee you the rest of your issues will just disappear. Yeah. Like there's no reason for it. They just go.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, I'm really hungry, so I'm tempted to make today a short one.
Yeah, is this
I feel like we've covered a lot, and it's not good on. Be about 110 now.
110, that's alright. It's only 12 minutes less than what we did last one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought we did like an hour and 40.
Nah, 122 on the last one. Dude.
Oh, that's alright. What are we on? Let's see what we're officially on. 109.
That's
right. So I was near enough.
So we're closing off him?
Yeah, bro. If you want to say hello to us, at AYU _podcast on Twitter. You can find our Twitters as well. They're on the thumbnail of the video, or just the video itself, whatever. At Ben Milner _ at it's Jordan 400M. Should have let you do your own Jordan, but never mind. I'm on a roll. I've been me.
Not offended.
Jordan's been Jordan. You've been you. We'll speak to you next week.
Yeah, and as always, if you think we've spoken about absolutely everything today, then you'd be right. But if you thought that this was the biggest waste of time, you spent an hour and 10 minutes listening to us,
You'd be right.
and we've spoken about nothing, you'd be absolutely right too.
Yes.
Deuces.